This coming at a time where a lot of them are very, very angry, and for good reason, that so many of those authorities dropped the ball when it came to information that was available on the shooter that never got relayed. And they're furious about it. In fact, the Florida governor has already said the FBI director should go, and at the very least, he wants a full accounting of what went behind that decision. Who dropped the ball? How many memos were passed back and forth? Let's go to former FBI Assistant Director Ron Hosko. You know, Ron, this is across-the-board anger at the institution you love and serve so nobly for your country. And people are getting increasingly angry that it not only screwed up, but consistently screwed up on this, missing many, many clues and cues. What would come of getting all these documents that the governor wants, and what would change?
Well, Neil, first, I think it's important for the FBI to conduct a thorough review of what went on out in West Virginia with the tip line. Not only in this case, but looking back at other cases, to see, has this system been validated? Is it effective? I understand it probably was designed this way for a cost savings measure to take away those complaint and tip responsibilities from 56 field offices. But is other information that is critical being missed and not sent to the right location around the country?
You know, Ron, you and I chatted about this before, but it's not the first time we've had agencies, and by the way, not just the FBI, where things weren't communicated. Before 9/11, after 9/11, and the Patriots Day bombing, where the FBI and local police apparently didn't share information on the culprits behind that. So it happens a lot. Why do you think it does? Is it just institutional indifference, or hanging on to your stuff and not sharing it with others because it just viscerally weakens you if it looks like you're helping the other guy? What is it?
No, Neil, I think it's much more complicated than that. In this case, we have yet to find out, but clearly something significant, detailed, credible was missed and never made it from West Virginia down to South Florida. But I think in other cases, there is a factor here that relates to the FBI's guidelines. Those guidelines are pretty clear, and they're pretty stringent on when and how the FBI can investigate and when they must shut down an investigation. So I think we need to look at all of these things collectively, but we have to look at them individually, too. Yeah. I think the case of the Boston bombing, the brothers there have been other cases in South Florida, Mateen in the Pulse nightclub shooting, where the FBI had a look at this guy and determined at a place in time that they had no information to proceed. And then something about him changed, and the lack of an alarm going off where the FBI should have reopened its investigation, that alarm never went off. And I think the same is true of the Boston bombers. So I think...
Well, you know, Ron, the president says that it was distracted with the Russia investigation, the FBI in this particular case, so much so that it compromised the folks who do this sort of thing. What do you think?
Well, Neil, I think the president's distracted with that information. There are very few people, FBI agents, supporting the Bob Mueller investigation, a relatively few supporting the Hillary email investigation. Those are not big distractions for the FBI. That's a very small part of what they do and a huge mission. So I think it's important, if Congress were to look at these hiccups, serious as they are, apolitically, maybe they start thinking in terms of changing the FBI's guidelines and broadening out what the FBI can look at. But I think the look is valuable, and I think the look should occur. Can we do it apolitically? That's my question.
Yeah, I wonder. Ron Hosko, thank you, my friend. Very good seeing you. Thank you for your service to the country as well.
Thank you.